fundamentals, and great serve to start off this point.
Young with a nice set there in the middle to Dunning. And Canham there, the player of the year. What a swing from the right side. And hey, you're going to see that a lot. He is pure power. It's Jordan Canham out of Ottawa.
Well, the last time he touched the ball in this tournament was the championship winning point last year to capture that national championship. And here we see the Canham cannon in the early going. 2-1 advantage for the Golden Bears.
Tough serve there by Kern and right into the net.
You expect nerves to be a factor in the early going of this one?
Yeah, a little bit, but you know, I expect a seasoned team like Alberta to come in pretty calm as the OUA Player of the Year, Falardo's back to serve. A little bit missed time there with Johnson. And Talsma, what a great shot, high off the hands. Perfect shot there by Jaden Talsma, the second year.
Yeah, averaging just about 1.5 kills per set in the regular season. Has a big jump, fast feet. Was a multi-sport athlete growing up and a senior on this squad, been here since 2017. A real important veteran on this side. Those are the type of players that UFT is going to lean upon in this tournament, especially a side facing up against a side in the Golden Bears. They're going to pull off the upset. The seniors are going to play a big part in that.
Absolutely. Falardo and Mitch Newart, both two anchors on this team as Young gives that to Falardo out of the pipe. And the wipe there by Heslinga is no good. And now Newart, his first swing on the right side. That's, oh, I thought that one was in, but that's just wise. That set was just a little bit too outside for Mitch Newart there on the right side.
And now we'll get to see Isaac Heslinga, the Orangeville, Ontario native, the 2022 Rookie of the Year. Serve it over here.
Nice short serve, but well handled by Tudor. Oh, Newart down the line, but well dug by Curry. Oh, Tudor up to the task on the other side. Great defense by both sides early on. Kern out of system now as he takes that first ball. Canham! And look at that, 2 for 2. The cannon is going early.
It really is. 5-3 advantage for the Golden Bears. And we already see Daniel Tudor making an impact on the defensive end for UFT. He was questionable coming into this one. Fell a little bit ill yesterday. And head coach John Barrett says he's going to monitor it throughout the game as it progresses.
I mean, Tudor's a veteran and he's a battler, so I would be very surprised if we're going to see Tudor come out of this one. I think that's the coach's answer. You know, hey, he was a little bit under the weather yesterday, but I know a warrior like Tudor isn't going to want to come out as we see a fantastic kill by Dunning there to keep U of T in this one early.
Dunning, a starter in that bronze medal match, which qualified them here against the York Lions. 6 kills on 9 total attacks. A real effective game in that bronze medal matchup for Dunning.
Especially that third and fourth set against York. They really started to feed the middle with Capiter and Dunning, and that's really what helped them take that bronze medal and ultimately the spot here at Nationals.
.420 hitting percentage as a middle, and that one's not going to be returned, and 6-5 advantage. A back and forth start to this one.
Yeah, we saw Canham's last swing before this one go into the net. Kern does well to go right back at him, give him that confidence. I mean, hey, when you're the player of the year, both the Canada West and the youth sports, you're riding with a lot of confidence.
Yep, the OUA Player of the Year in Evan Falardo on the Varsity Blues, and then the youth sport Player of the Year in Canham. Star talent on display in the opening match of youth sports Final 8 on CBC Sports. We're not at number 6.
Newart's not a guy who's going to go out there and overpower you. He's not that big, especially on the right side, but he's such a skilled player, has such a good background in beach volleyball as well. He goes thumb up, he goes thumb down. He's going to be using that block all day long. Nice dig there in the back row. Unfortunately, that's going to be all the Newart's 1-6. That's Linga. A little bit of miscommunication with Kern in the back row.
Newart came over from Queens 3 seasons seasons there, captured back-to-back OUA titles in 2019 and 2020. Before that, silver in 2018. A whole lot of championship pedigree for Mitchell Newark. And they certainly relied upon that in their championship appearances.
That's too bad there. He does a really good job of handling Canada's service. Truly not many players in the way to serve at the pace of Canada. Really only Sam Cooper, and Cooper was injured for both of their matches against U of T, so they handled it well but weren't able to convert that point.
Averages over half ace per set, so
Beach volleyball Mitch Newark, of course, man of this past year, this was the national B team on the indoor side. The year before that, he was with the beach team.
last year's national championship game, he was tournament MVP, 17 kills, 3 digs, 3 service aces in the final match.
He's not even in the lineup. A quick 10-6 lead, and you know what? I have to say I'm not too surprised.
Yeah, and it was tied at 6, and then they rattle off the last 4 points. And what are you noticing in the early going from the defending champs? Why do they have this 4-point advantage?
I mean, they just play calm, cool volleyball. And speaking to Brock Kavler yesterday, we asked him what his strengths are, and he goes, you know what? You don't want to be a team that relies too much on one aspect of the game. You know, most championship teams are multifaceted or well-rounded teams, but at the end of the day, the speed at which both players, the entire Canada West plays at, and also the power is much higher than what we see here in the early. That's especially what we see there in North Canada.
The Golden Bears losing one of their key players halfway through this season, Graydon Region, the coach played pro, and he was actually injured last year in the playoffs. Cam Byrne had to step up and play the left side. This year, they have a great first year. They really took that job on Jacob Sargent. But how impressed are you with how Alberta have adjusted after losing Graydon Region midway through that?
Well, they knew that Cruiser was going to be going. He was very forthright with them and said that, you know, he'd be leaving after the first semester. So Coach Davidoff said they were surprised they had him for as long as they did, even. But at the end of the day, the Golden Bears is one of the, if not the premier program, definitely historically the premier program in Canada. The past decade has been all Golden Bears from the rest of the They're the best chance for a reason. Terry Daniel, who's no longer the head coach, is still on the bench. Brock Davidoff, the former national team player, is also there. So they're one of the best programs, not only in Canada but North America for a reason. They bring in some of the top recruits. Of course, Sargent has been a member of the junior national team as well. So it's honestly not that surprising that they are able to not miss that much, but with a loss of reason.
Free ball here for the Varsity Blues after that awkward first touch, and that one was...
Whenever they're given that opportunity, they need to capitalize, because if not, Alberta's just going to have a field day with them today.
Cavender a presence at the net, 5th in the OUA in blocks. 7th in the OUA in blocks, just 9th in solo blocks. Played a year with Waterloo before coming over to the Varsity Blues. A real important piece for them is Jacob Sargent on to serve, the left-wing Alberta native. Heavy serve from him.
By 2. 3
of the last 5 points of that timeout by Tom Barrett. And this will be Hayden Cavender, the Stratford native, sending it over for UFT.
And Davis McCurry is up to the task. Little roll shot from the back row by Sargent. Outside Falardo off the hands, but that's going to be easily handled now here in transition. Canham on the C-ball. Oh, and he just squeaks that one through.
Take another look at that.
Dunning just not fully penetrated on that one. His hands a little bit high. And Canham gets the waterfall on that one. I think that's his third or fourth kill already here in this set.
Great lead. Sherwood Park, Alberta native, getting married later this year in August. On the serve.
A little bit off balance there. That broken play.
This will be Davis Young on to serve, who won Team Ontario gold before his days with the Varsity Blues, 2018.
Outside to Newark. Unable to handle it. That's a great job by the Varsity Blues here to pull back into this one, fight their way back into it. Now they only trail by one as Davis Young continues to serve. Oh, and that's going to be mishandled by
After it was a 10-6 advantage for the defending champs, the underdog Varsity Blues, the 8th seed challenging in this first set.
Now we saw Cam Kern kind of bring that team together as Billy Johnson's first win of the match was touched by Johnson. Johnson is one to watch. He's a high flyer out of Australia, as we're going to see that one again, and he honestly plays at a height that no one in the OUA plays at. So the fact that Dunning was there and got a hand on it is good, but still out of bounds and point Golden Bears as Kern goes back to serve, which brings Canham, the player of the year, up to the front row.
Falardo, or Newark rather, and that's too much heat there.
Mitch Newark does such a good job there. He comes in with pace. The middle, Johnson bit with Dunning. He had the one-on-one the outside, but the angle at which he hit that was so good. That 4-4 shot was just incredible. Falardo now, he has a bit of an unorthodox serve that goes out of bounds, but he starts way outside of the court and then comes in on that position one side. Just really opens up where he's able to go with the cross-court shot hard, or he can kind of cut it back with the thumb down along the line.
Isaac Heslinga to serve now. And now he's going to find the net.
Into the net here, and you know, Heslinga definitely expected to put in a little pace here. Once, if they're up in the lead, that's when you can maybe take a little bit more risks, but right now it's even. You just kind of want to put the ball in play and let your defense do the work, as we see the same thing on the other side as Dunning puts that one into the net for the Varsity Blues.
Billy Johnstone, the Gisborne, New Zealand native. Gisborne, the first city in the world to greet the sun in the morning. As Newark able to fire that one into the contact. So 3 kills for Newark in the early going for this one. A balanced attack for the Varsity Blues.
Yeah, this is very similar to what we saw in their OUA bronze medal match. And just like I said before, he's not going to be a guy that's going to be getting those clean kills. He's going to use that block to his advantage all day, especially on the right side.
Newark to serve.
Kern will go right side there to Canham. Just a tip over chance here for the Varsity Blues to potentially take the lead as Talsma. He finds a gap down the line, and the Varsity Blues get their first lead of the match. Just a great swing there by Jaden Talsma in transition, a little bit out of system. Does a good job to find a little bit of daylight now as Newark puts that one in a little bit easy. Oh, and that's a tough one. That's one that Daniel Tudor should have. Tough one though, just a little bit of a dribbler off the net there on the Jacob Sargent swing.
Jordan Canham on to serve again. Just clipping the net. That one's fired.
Falardo can't believe it. He thought there was a touch on that one off the block or something. That was a big opportunity for the Varsity Blues, not only to hold their lead, but to get Canham off the baseline. He had a 3-serve run in his first go-around, and we'll see what he can do here again. Another
great
hard
serve.
one. And another ace there for Canham. That's his second of this first set already.
Just dominates the game in so many different ways. As the timeout's going to be called here by John Barrett and the Varsity Blues as they find themselves down 18-16 here in the first set. A good showing from the underdog, the 8 seed in this opening match. Yeah,
U of T, they went down to that early 10-6 deficit, managed to pull themselves back in it, but a nice little 3-point run here for the Golden Bears. Just really, this is why they're the best team in the country, and that's exactly why John Barrett needs to take that timeout, not only to ice Canham a little bit, get him out of his rhythm, but also just to regroup, and because he knows that this set can get away from them real quick, as now the Golden Bears are only 7 points away from taking the opener.
Yeah, we've seen it so often when the Golden Bears smell blood. It's not, doesn't take too long for them to just completely take over a set. And just a 2-point advantage here. What do you think John Barrett's telling his squad in that huddle, try and get back into this opening set?
For them right now, it's just about staying calm, but also make sure they're executing on those opportunities. A bit of a missed opportunity on that Falardo miss from the back row. That's one that, especially as the player of the year, he's going to want to get. But they need to take advantage of those opportunities when given, because Alberta's going to be able to manufacture their own success. They're going to be able to make something out of nothing, whereas U of T is going to need a little bit of luck.
So an 18-16 advantage for the defending champs, the 1 seed University of Alberta Golden Bears over the 8 seed U of T Varsity Blues. Great job by Tudor to keep that one up for the Blues.
Out of system now here with Talsma. High off the hands. Can Curry get it? No, as he goes flying into the bench. And Jaden Talsma, he's not their first option out of system, in system. He might be their last option with the middles in both Newark and Falardo, but out of system so far, he has been really strong for the Varsity Blues.
Now here he is serving. 18-17, Golden Bears in front. Oh, that one's fired home. Aiden Cavender. What a set.
Yeah, and exactly like in those situations, it wasn't even a perfect pass, as that one brought him a little to the attack line, but still was able to find Cavender in that 31. And it wasn't the biggest swing ever, but was able to get it down. Outside now for Sargent. He's just going to dump it over. Good opportunity for the Varsity Blues. Outside to Falardo. Uses that block of Kern, and he's just way above Kern. And if there's a serious mismatch there for the Varsity Blues to take advantage of, that they retake the lead with a 3-point swing of their own, and Brock Davidoff is forced to call a timeout.
Yeah, his first timeout called as it's the underdogs taking the lead. How'd they got it done out of that timeout?
You know what? The Varsity Blues are so good at resetting and just coming back and refocusing. They did a great job. That out-of-system swing from Talsma, a strong serve that led to a free ball. And right now, they're feeling themselves. So it's all going to be about how these two teams answer coming out of this timeout is going to be crucial.
University of Alberta Golden Bears, as you mentioned, a team that prides themselves on being a well-rounded attack. They don't want to say either phase of their game is more impressive than the other. Just a real balanced attack out there, and the Varsity Blues, real balanced offense as well. So many weapons for them, and a great start to this Final 8 from McMaster University.
Yeah, a few people that I've talked to didn't think that Varsity Blues had a breath of chance, but here they are leading late into this first set, doing a great job as Talisman's going to go right at Canham. Oh, and a block there, Evan Falardo. What a block by the OUA Player of the Year. And just like that, all the Varsity Blues have to do is side out. Great read by Falardo there with the front row setters. Oh, Talisman misses that serve off to the sideline. But still just a fantastic run there, going down from trailing 18-15 to leading 2018.
Jacob Sargent on to serve now, who Dave Davidoff says is one of the most powerful attackers in the country. As he finds the net there, and UFT get the 2-point advantage here, 21-19.
Yeah, it looks like we have a substitution here on the defensive side. Coming in is Dibero. Just going to add a little bit of stability to that serve receive. Sargent has been doing too good offensively, so not going to use him in the back row as Cavanagh puts that one in. It's going to go right side, C-ball to Canham. Oh, Falardo thought he had him, but too much for Jordan Canham.
Sam Drybro played 4 sets in the Canada West final. Recorded a dig, 19 matches in the regular season, and coming out of high school is one of the best setters, and then switched to libero when he got to the Golden Bears.
The out of system now. Oh, that's a bad set there by Falardo. Called on the double. And just like that, we're all tied up, and it's these situations here that the U of T Varsity Blues have to dial in. That's not a super difficult serve on the floater there from Weeb. That needs to be a better pass, and ultimately it has to be a better out-of-system set there from Falardo as Weed goes at it again.
21 all here, and that one, first touch by Talisman was awkward for him as they're able to regroup.
Now Falardo.
My goodness. Once again, Evan Falardo bringing it down 22-21 for the 8 seed.
You know what, U of T is very lucky to get out of that one as that first serve went through the hands of Talisman. Now Davis Young back to serve as they continue to hold that 1-point advantage.
And that one is going to be ruled UFT point, out of bounds.
You know what, I have to kind of agree. I did think that there was a touch there as Billy Johnson is pointing to his ears and said, you could hear it, and I think I heard it as well. But the Lions person didn't agree, and that's going to be a timeout now for the Golden Bears. 2
points away, the Varsity Blues are from taking this opening set, a match that really no one gave them a chance in. Of course, the defending champs wanting to go back-to-back against the Varsity Blues, who had a pretty good regular season, 15-8, but not a lot of people saw this coming as they are just 2 points away from taking this opening set. But of course, no one's ruling out the defending champs, the Golden Bears, from reeling off 4 out of the next 7 points and taking this set going the other way. This one could go either way.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now for the Varsity Blues, they just need to settle down. They need to get this ball into play, a good, strong, aggressive serve, and then they need to get ready to play defense. A few miscues here for the Golden Bears as we saw that ball go out of bounds there by Billy Johnson. He hasn't had too many looks here in the first set. But that 2-point lead is just what the Varsity Blues need right now.
And they got Davis Young on to serve here. He had 14 service aces in the regular season. Georgetown, Ontario native sends it over. Awkward first touch, and it's going to be a free ball here for the Varsity Blues.
They need to take advantage of this right now.
Right into that block. Alberta's able to recover. Off the block. Great job by Talisman to keep that one up. Oh, fired home, and Davis Young the dig. Sent back over.
Tudor all over it. Falardo!
Falardo! And it's set point for the Varsity Blues.
And that play was all over the place. I thought it was all done when the Varsity Blues setters or middles bit on that middle blocker and left Canham all alone. But Davis Young with a fantastic dig Wow, that was the play of the match so far.
Match point, Davis Young to serve.
A set point here for the Varsity Blues.
And that one is fired home, and
Isaac
has a replay on that.
Isaac Heslinga just wanted to remind everyone that he's still here, ready to play. That was a beautiful 4-4 shot as they fought off that first set point.
Cam Kern now for the Golden Bears. Varsity Blues still got a couple of set points here. Heavy serve.
Nicely handled now. That was a little bit of a tight set. Now broken situation here. And that's right at the net.
And the first set is going to go to the Varsity Blues. The 8 seed is going to go one up on the number 1, the defending champs.
You know what? Super impressed by the composure here of the Varsity Blues. They went down by 4 early. They lost that lead midway through, and they were able to continuously fight back, use the opportunities that were given to them, and ultimately take this first set. That's a massive first win here by the Varsity Blues.
Evan Filardo getting the set done for the Varsity Blues. They're up 1-0 over the University of Alberta Golden Bears in the opening match of the U Sports Men's Volleyball Championships from McMaster.
We've got your back. Whether you're looking to achieve a healthy and happy lifestyle or an elite athlete looking for world-class recovery and injury rehab, we have you covered. Our passionate team will work with you to create a tailored recovery plan to fit any situation. Get back to being you. The David Braley Sport Medicine and Rehabilitation Center, where everyone is treated like a marauder.
They don't do it for the likes or for the shares. They do it for the fun of it, for the thrill, for the camaraderie, for the memories. CBC Sports, just because they love it.
And we welcome you back inside the Burge Gymnasium in Hamilton, Ontario, with the opening match of the U Sports Men's National Championship, and it's the 8 seed grabbing the opening set over the defending champs, University of Alberta Golden Bears, against the U of T Varsity Blues, and it's the Toronto team with the 1-0 advantage. Matthew Davison alongside Everett DeLorme on CBC Sports. And Everett, how did the underdog get that opening set done?
Well, a few things when you look at the hitting percentage. 324 hit by Toronto and only a 061 here by the Golden Bears. Jordan Cannon was fantastic with 5 kills and 8 points in that first set, but no one else was getting going. So the Golden Bears need to get other guys going as they go to Heslinga early in the back row.
One's kept up and finished at the net there. And that's Mitchell Newark getting involved again.
Early point here by the Varsity Blues, doing well to keep that momentum going. Someone's got to get going offensively for the Golden Bears other than Canham.
Yeah, poor first touch there. That one's going to sail out of bounds.
Great serve there by Davis Young, and these float serves causing a bit of a headache so far for the Golden Bears.
Right into that block there.
Yeah, that was a big swing by Newark, but that is a big block up there by Weeb and Sargent, and they were just all over it.
Sargent to serve now, and had 7 kills in the Canada West Championship game. As that one's fired home, John Dunning from the middle.
Dunning does a great job there, and they've been running him on that 31 a few times, and for some reason, we've just not paying attention. I don't know if they hadn't scouted the Varsity Blues middles that much, but they're just not paying them that much respect in the middle.
Fired by Weeb, recovered by the Blues. Right into that block. Kept up by Curry. Reverse, and that one's fired home. Jordan Canham, the cannon.
You know what? If your other guys aren't working for you, you got to go with what is working. Is that's Canham's 6th kill already this match, and we're only 5 points into the second set.
Cannon from the back, just such a fire horse, and that one is just over the net there. Right into that block, but a lot of speed from Mitchell Newark.
Not the best setting decision there from Davis Young. He's kind of pushed that right side. They're loaded up. You know, Davis is in the back row, so they're all lined up right there. I'd go the opposite side there to Jaden Tasma, create a little bit of space separation, and make Billy Johnson move in the middle.
Weeb on to serve 3-all here, second set. And that one's going to go out of play. 4-3 now.
Long serve there by Weeb, and starting to feel some jitters, a little bit of nervousness from the Golden Bears. You know, definitely not that calm, cool team that we saw early in the first set.
And there's Heslinga, the kill.
Heslinga showing us that same 4-4 thumb down shot as we saw before.
This match is going back and forth. The same story in the first, especially in the early going. 8 points equally distributed between the two here in the second. Just getting over the net there. And that one's going to have a bit too much air under it there for Mitchell Newark.
That right side set to Newark is so far to the outside. Like it's almost like they're sending Madiba on the front row. And all he really has is that sharp cross court, so he had to aim for hands and missed it into the stands.
So Cam Kern, the Edmonton, Alberta native, playing for his home program. Gonna have a service error there. Level things up at 5.
Tough serving day so far for the Golden Bears. They had 3 serving errors in the first set, and I think they're already at 2 here in the second. Ooh, just long there by Newark. And this, of all rotations, this is the rotation that the Golden Bears need to take advantage of. You have Davis Young in the front row and Talisman and Cavender. Both Falardo and Newark are in the back row. Heslinga needs to take advantage of here, but he doesn't. Into the net, another service error for the Golden Bears.
3 consecutive, and now it'll be the Varsity Blues' turn to send it over. Jaden Talisma, the Grimsby, Ontario native, who was a big part of that opening set for the Varsity Blues. 4 kills, and here he is to serve. And that one is sent home. Jordan Canham, the U Sports Player of the Year, Canada West Player of the Year, and provides that power. One of the most prolific scorers we've seen.
Yeah, the top scorer for the Golden Bears this year. You know what? Brock Davidoff likes to say this team likes to play even, but right now it's all Canham as Davis Young. Wow, what a set on the back set to Cavender. Great job by Davis Young so far to run this offense. And it's been tough, especially in the second set, because all of the missed serves by the Golden Bears to really get going offensively, but that was a great job to find his middle.
Fired down, that's Enis Basirovic, the Melbourne, Australia native, getting involved here for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, we're seeing him come in as haven't really been able to find that much connection in the middle, have the Golden Bears, but this is where they can make up some ground with Canham at the baseline.
Real high toss, heavy serve, but it's gonna go out of play.
That's a tough break for the Golden Bears, but it's bound to happen at some point. When you're serving that aggressively, there's always going to be an element of risk. This has been a pretty even first set, mostly due to the Golden Bears' errors.
Much lighter serve from the Varsity Blues, and that one's going to go the Varsity Blues way.
Yeah, Sargent just goes out of bounds there. Pulls it just a little bit wide.
Davis Young stays on to serve. Just clipping the net there.
Just too strong, and an overpass there by Heslinga. We're seeing Cam Kern get that team together, and now we've got that substitution is coming out is Sargent. And we got number 2 of the Golden Bears coming in just to settle down that serve receive a little bit.
Another serve here from Davis Young. Fired there right into the block. Jordan Kama drawing the contact.
That Bryce Newell's coming in there and going back to serve, and Canham has been the only good thing going so far for the Golden Bears. Just high off the hands, nice and calm, but they still trail by 1.
Bryce Newell's the serve for the Golden Bears. Good recovery there from Curry, one of the best liberos in the conference. Free ball here for the Golden Bears. Just tapped it long. Oh, recovered there by Tudor.
Great pickup by Canham.
What a rally here. Just up the net, and it's 1. Enis Basirovic bringing that one down from the middle, and 10-all here in the second.
Yeah, Basirovic, who played previously at Capilano in the CCAA and the Pac West, does such a great job there, and that's one of those plays, that long rally that could really help build some momentum here for the Golden Bears. Great job by Canham to pick that ball up off the Mitch Newart wipe.
So the 6'5" Bryce Newell's, the St. Alberta native, stay on to serve here. Another good serve. And that one is going to be sent home by Falardo.
Evan Falardo flexing to the crowd on that one as it goes off the head of the blockers and into the roof here at the Burridge. And I mean, this is not a low ceiling, so that's no small feat there by the OUA Player of the Year, who's now back to serve.
Oh, from the back, it's Canham again. We go back and forth.
Canham, once again, is the only player going for the Golden Bears. That's his 8th kill of the match, and that's just unbelievable.
Braden Weeb, and that one's gonna find the net.
Oh, sorry, that was actually Basirovic into the net there, who had been subbed in for Weeb earlier in this set, as Dunning goes back to serve for the Varsity Blues.
Oh, what a reach there to send that one down. Haslinga.
One-on-one play, and just that push tip. I don't know if I necessarily like that play. I know there's talks about starting to call that as a lift, because either you tip it or you hit it. I don't really like the throw. But maybe I'm old school on that, as Kern goes back to serve.
Kern, a 3-time academic All-Canadian. Oh, and fired again. That one's Mitchell Neward.
Great job there by Davis Young to track down that ball. We're seeing he's pushed all the way to antenna, keeps it in play, and Mitch Neward just keeps that ball in front of him, swings hard cross court. And point U of T as he puts in the floaty, but that's a little long.
13 all. I don't think we've seen either team take a lead over 2 points in this second set. It's just been back and forth with a lot of kills and also a lot of unforced errors as well, as we see another service error for the Golden Bears. That one coming from Isaac Haslinga.
The service errors have been aplenty, and the worst is that they're not serving that aggressively. I mean, everyone's kind of taking things off it, as it looks like Canham is feeling right now. He's breathing heavy out there. He's been the only one going as that one dribbles off the net.
It's going to be Canham. I just tip that one down, and it's going to be the Varsity Blues point there.
The Golden Bears and head coach Brock Davidoff not too happy with that one. They thought there was a touch. I don't think I saw it. And he's going to call a timeout as the Varsity Blues pull ahead by 2. And I have to say, Matt, this is a little unexpected. You know, it's not that big for a team to lose the first set. You know, the number 1 seed to lose the set. You see it all the time, but generally they answer in the second set, and that's just not what we've seen here. They've been tight. They've been nervous. They've been making errors. They've been terrible from the baseline, and furthermore, other than Jordan Canham, they can't get anyone going offensively.
How do you involve more pieces into your offense? How do you kind of take the load off Canham as we go on in this match?
Well, it's tough because it's kind of that push and pull of it. You can only give the opportunities, but as they continue to make errors, as they continue to not find the court, you kind of have to go back to what's working for you. So at this point, really, it's Haslinga or Newells or Sargent. Somebody needs to take care of it, but right now we're seeing the Golden Bears really miss that veteran presence and that strong arm of Braden Friesen, who's hanging out in Kosovo right now. I'm sure he's watching along if he's not at practice or a game or something like that, but they are really missing him because that P2 position has just been struggling, and surprisingly enough, they've been struggling in the middle as well too.
You see Jacob Sargent not out there for the Golden Bears at the moment. He's been impressive in his rookie season. 7 kills in that championship match in Canada West as they joust at net. This one's going to be set up by Kern, and that one's sent right inbounds there for the kill.
Bryce Newells, I'm not sure how he willed that one to go out of bounds, because that was going out until the last moment where it just dropped into the corner right in front of the linesperson, but great out of system broken play there by the Golden Bears.
Johnstone on the serve, and on the contact there, Falardo, a nifty little play at net.
Great play there by Falardo with the push and the wipe there off the hands of Canham, and you know what? You expect him to do that on the setter, but Canham is a big, strong boy, and he really used that block. Ooh.
Cavender service error. important points here midway through this second set.
And you know what? This might be a little unorthodox, but missed serves like that kind of help U of T Varsity Blues because it just prevents the Golden Bears to start any rhythm at all.
Great serve there from Canham.
Oh, Falardo!
My goodness, Evan Falardo!
That's a massive point. Canham put them in a difficult position, and they were able to get it out of system. That's absolutely huge for the U of T Varsity Blues. That's a massive point.
Davis Young the serve. They're gonna just send that one over. That was, another point there for the Varsity Blues. Another big time play by Evan Falardo. 10 kills.
And you know the Varsity Blues are feeling themselves. You can tell. And when we talked with head coach John Barrett yesterday, they said the power of that team is when they're working together, when they're all pulling together. They really are playing their best volleyball, and that's what they're seeing right now. Everyone's doing their job. They're pulling deep. They're going the extra mile in those out-of-system situations. It's just working out. But on the other side, the Golden Bears are really struggling. They're failing to gain any momentum. They're failing to get any type of cohesion going. This is a disaster start so far for the Golden Bears, as we see their assistant coach Doc talk to them. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what they can do, whether they're going to decide to go to the bench, make some more substitutions, but they need an answer, and an answer quick.
And how about the job of John Barrett and the Varsity Blues after, not making the Final 8 since the 2003-2004 season? They've qualified 3 straight years, and could this be their year where they make it out of the quarterfinals? Not a lot of people saw them making out of this matchup against the defending champs and the #1 team in the nation, the Golden Bears, but right now it's set in 18-15 for the 8th seed, the Varsity Blues. They're going to can him again. Great job by Davis Young, and
what a chase down there by Falardo, as Davis Young was there to handle the Canham swing on the C ball, but unable to keep it in play. It would have been still in play. It did go outside of the antenna, but unfortunately the scorer's table got in the way of Falardo.
Newells to serve. Great block there. What a job there by Newells. Fire, and that one sent home. Haslinga painting the line.
You know what? And that's exactly what the Golden Bears need right now. They need a bit of a grinder point. Newells with a great dig in the back row. Out of system swing there by Haslinga. And this could be dangerous right now. This is where the U of T Varsity Blues need to side out immediately.
Newells to serve. Good serve there. And sent home as Linga back-to-back kills to tie this one up at 18.
And yeah, that's exactly as I expected. John Barrett calling that timeout because he can feel the momentum shifting right now, and that was 2 big points in a row. A great serve there from the baseline by Bryce Newells with the overpass, and thrown down by Haslinga.
Canham, and then back-to-back kills for Isaac Haslinga, and 18 all year, and never count out the champs. They're never out of a match.
No, absolutely not. That's exactly what the Golden Bears needed. They just needed to manufacture a point. Maybe it wasn't happening as easy as they'd expected to be. Maybe they're just not used to this atmosphere, having never played in the Birds before, or not many of them. That is, I don't think many of them were here back in 2018 either, but ultimately, this is where the Golden Bears are the most dangerous. I'm really interested to see how the Varsity Blues manage the situation coming out of the timeout. They're usually pretty good, but the Golden Bears are starting to feel themselves.
Be fearful of the sleeping bear. One of the keys in a tennis book about winning ugly. Be cautious of the sleeping bear, and maybe the Golden Bear were sleeping a little bit, but they have woken up the Grizzly Bear as that one's floated out of bounds for the service error, and now it's the Varsity Blues going up 19-18. Second set, Varsity Blues up 1-0.
Massive coach's point there by Barrett. Call that timeout. Big serve by Falardo.
What a job by Curry. Put it over. Curry's there again. Canham! And getting an arm on it was Falardo, and chasing that one down was Tudor. They send it back over. Free ball here. Canham sent back up by Davis Young. And this is going to be Newart.
Ooh.
And a violation there.
Tight set there by Young. I'm not entirely convinced that that was inside the antenna. I think it might have been outside the antenna. But still, that's a big point there by the Golden Bears, as if U of T was able to pull that away and regain that 2-point lead, that would have been a big deflating moment for the Golden Bears, but they stay with it as Weeb is now back into the game.
Weeb, who plays for his hometown team, the Sherwood Park, Alberta native. And it was a good serve. Unable to handle that was Tausma. And now it's the defending champs up 20-19.
Did you feel that, Matt? That was the momentum shifting here in the gymnasium, as now all momentum is on the defending champ side.
Weeb the serve, clips the net. And right into that block! And they're going to rule the point for the Varsity Blues.
I'm going to see it here
Newart the
on
hit.
the replay.
What a look.
Yeah, just nice off the hands. And once again, I've talked about it, Newart with that thumb down shot down the line is so good to go thumb down off the block and out of bounds. It's 3 or 4 points here he's done in just that way here in this match.
We get to see Martin Licht check into the action here for the Varsity Blues. Oh, fired home, Billy Johnstone.
There we go, Johnson finally getting going. Cam Kern being able to find him, and if they can just get one other player going, whether it's Heslinga, like, to me it has to be one of the middles. It has to be Johnstone in the middle. He's one of their offensive powers. If they can get him going and get him feeling himself, that's going to open up a lot of court for Jordan Cannon.
Cam Kern, the setter, to serve here. Oh, and that one's fired with authority there. Hayden Cavender.
Davis Young going like, hey, whatever you can do, I can do better. There's a couple of fantastic middle runs there. Keep this game even.
What a response. Newart to serve now. The senior for this Varsity Blues team. Canham. Again.
He's pretty much automatic at this point.
Yep.
Right? He's only made that one error, I think, offensively, and he's been so good. I mean, not surprising. We saw it this summer with the National B team when Team Canada got second at the Pan Am Cup in Gatineau, and he was instrumental for that team coming off the bench. But Canham has been absolutely unreal so far for the Golden Bears in this one.
Drybro the serve. Cavender able to recover are the Golden Bears. The joust at net. It's won by Canham.
Just too strong there by Canham.
23-21 as the Golden Bears respond here in the second set. They were at risk of going down 2-0 against the number 8 seed Varsity Blues, but the sleeping bear has woken up and the Golden Bears look like their champion selves again.
Yeah, they're starting to look like it. I don't know if they're quite at that championship level yet, but you know what? Ultimately, I think that's kind of what, if you're Coach Brock Davidoff, this is kind of what you want. It's not necessarily good to have a sleeper in the first round where you just kind of run through them. So a little bit of pushback here, a good response from his team here late in the second set. And, you know, just like we said earlier, you could sense that momentum shifting. You could sense things moving towards the Golden Bears side. And, you know, right now in their huddle, they're game planning heavy as they got that 2-point lead. And, you know, U of T has had positive answers coming out of the timeout so far. Let's see if they can do the same thing here.
Going down to the wire here in the second set. 23-21, Golden Bears in front. Number 1 seed against the 8 seed here at the U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship on CBC Sports from McMaster University in Hamilton, Ontario. On to serve, Sam Drybro again for the Golden Bears, and that one's going to find the net. Huge point there.
Yeah, that's a big break for the Varsity Blues. They don't need to do anything. And now you have Falardo coming into the front row. So that's a big rotation for the Varsity Blues as Talsma is in the back ready to serve.
Talsma, serve over the net, and here's Canham. And it's going to be another kill for Canham, and that's going to set up a set point for the Golden Bears.
Just so much room. And I thought Falardo put up a good block, but Canham just hits that ball so high. He's so physical, has so much real estate to work with on that back line.
17 points for Canham, as it's set point here for the Golden Bears. Sent back, it's going to be sent over by Canham, and it's going to be point. Alberta Golden Bears, Canham finishing that one off. And the defending champs respond in the second to take it 25-22. Massive
comeback there from the Golden Bears. You never want to go down 0-2, so for them to come back is absolutely huge.
So 1 set apiece in the opening matchup of the U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship between the U of T Varsity Blues and the University of Alberta Golden Bears. Third set coming up from the Burridge Gymnasium in Hamilton, Ontario on CBC Sports. And welcome back inside the Burridge Gymnasium in Hamilton, Ontario for the U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship. And we open up this tournament with the defending champs taking on the UFT Varsity Blues, and even through 2 sets, 1-1. Matthew Davison alongside Everett DeLorme. And we take a look at some of the stats here, Everett. What stands out for you?
I mean, first and foremost, Jordan Canham, 17 points through 2 sets. That's absolutely ridiculous. He's hitting a 5.22 right now. Just huge. And you know, they used him so much early in the first 2 sets, and finally they got some other guys going. You see Esslinger there with 5 kills. That's massive. On the other side of the net, 11 points for Falardo through 2 sets. The U of T Varsity Blues swinging a 3.05, and the Golden Bears, who swung a 0.61 in that first set, up to an 0.24, a 2.74 here in the second set. So they've really figured things out offensively, and you know, we saw them get Billy Johnson a little bit more involved in that second. In the second set, it says here he only has 1 kill, but I know he had 1 kill in the first and another one in the second. So if they can get him involved even more, I wouldn't be surprised to see Alberta start to really flex their muscles in this one. But at the same time, given how well U of T has answered so far, I wouldn't be surprised to see them bounce back.
And how about the performance of Jordan Canham to start this one off?
You know what? He's just putting an exclamation mark on that Player of the Year award from last night. There's no doubt about it. Jordan Canham has just been absolutely out of his mind. But this is a long tournament, and Brock Davidoff and this Golden Bears squad knows they can't rely on just him throughout all 3 days.
Bryce Newell's on to serve, and to start this third set off, and it was a good serve for the Golden Bears. Early start and a good quick start for the University of Alberta Golden Bears here in the third.
Yeah, Newell's brought into the lineup in place of Jacob Sargent, who has really injected a lot of life and a lot of stability for these Golden Bears.
Heavy serve, good dig out there by Tudor. Fired there, and that one's going to be Evan Falardo, the kill.
Way to get out of that tough situation. Good sprawling pass by Tudor, and Falardo able to go down the line for his 12th point of the match.
Davis Young on to serve. And right into the block, the two number 17s combining. Haslinga, the big time blast, and Newer was there on the block.
Yeah, shutting down Haslinga. And once again, we've seen him really effective in that 4-to-4, and I'd like to see him try to go down the line a little bit more.
They're going to go to Canham, and
you know
that
what?
was a heavy hit.
I have no idea what Evan Falardo is doing out there. We haven't seen a dump yet from Cam Kern. Why are you leaving the player who now has 18 points in just over 2 sets all alone on the C ball? You need to be keying in on Canham. That's a huge miss there by the Varsity Blues.
Weeb now to serve. Talsma keeping that one up. Sent over by the Blues. Opportunity now for the Golden Bears, and that one's fired home. Isaac Haslinga.
Yeah, serving tough is Braden Weeb, getting them off the net, getting a free ball there for the Golden Bears, and Haslinga answers nicely from that block in the opening point of the set.
3-2 here for the Golden Bears. Weeb the serve. Oh! And Haslinga's there again. He has really taken over here in the later stages of the second and here early in the third.
Yeah, 2 strongs here by Braden Weeb. And this is exactly the answer that the Golden Bears wanted and that I expected.
And that one's going to go out of play, so a service error. The Varsity Blues will get a point there. An easy point to get this one back into a 1-point advantage for the Golden Bears. On to serve. It's going to be Falardo, and that's going to be out of bounds. So the two teams trade service errors.
Yeah, tough one there. You know, when Falardo goes back to the baseline, he wants to affect the game in as many areas as he can. So when he's back to baseline, he needs to be a weapon or at least put pressure by putting the ball in.
Cam Kern. Great serve. First touch, Falardo. They're going to go back to him. Falardo kept alive by Kern. And violation there.
Newell's called on the double. That's some ugly set of hands there by Newell's, and that pulls the Varsity Blues back into 1.
2 unforced errors there for the Golden Bears, and it's a 5-4 advantage now as that one comes our way on the miss hit.
Good old game ball touch. That's always lucky. But yeah, it was just way too wide by Haslinga. And once again, I'd like to see him go down the line. For me, he just swings wide and wider.
Dunning on the serve. I'm going to set up the middleman there on Johnstone.
Billy Johnson just skies, and you can see he goes up, has a cup of tea, has so much time to place that one down.
Haslinga's been so good. Start off this third set on to serve, just clipping the net. That one sent home there. Bryce Newell's his first kill.
Kavanagh needs to be better on that first touch. I know he's a middle, but still, he needs to nail that one down, especially when he's given a gift like that coming off the tape.
Haslinga again. Great serve. Oh, what a great block. That was Johnstone and Newell's combining.
nowhere to go for Mitch Newert. And once again, that right side ball that he gets is so far to the outside. He doesn't really have much of an option down the line there. He can only go cross court. And I mean, to get over the block of Newells and Johnson is a tough one. And Johnson's outstretched arms were right there as Golden Bears pull out to an 8-5 lead here in this third set. And U of T calls a timeout.
And what do you think John Barrett's trying to express in that timeout?
Right now, it looks like he's talking to Mitch Newert about trying to use the block, but I don't know if that's the right message, because we've seen him use the block a ton so far this match, and B, he was set into a phone booth there and didn't have much space to go.
An exceptional night from Jordan Canham, just so dynamic out there for the University of Alberta Golden Bears. But in that second set and here in the third, we get to see the more evenly distributed offense from the Golden Bears. John Stone getting involved, and Isaac Haslinga as well. A few kills, big reason why his team's in front 8-5 in the early going of this third set.
Yeah, and I would love to see Haslinga trying to get it going there. His serving hasn't been fantastic. He's made quite a few errors, and offensively he's kind of been hot and cold. So let's see if he can get it going from the baseline right now, and he does not.
Finds the net, so 3-point there for the Varsity Blues as they try and climb back into this third. Just a 2-point deficit now as Mitchell Newert will come on to serve. Acting early, Johnstone from the middle.
So much room for Johnson to play with, and I mean, he hasn't really even been swinging on the ball. He just goes up, finds a spot, and tips it down.
And now he'll go on to serve. Gisborne, New Zealand, won the Best Middle Block Award in the New Zealand Championships back in 2018, but here he finds the net.
So far, U of T has had a hard time manufacturing their own points. It's been a lot of the Golden Bears' errors, but the difference between this set and last is that the Golden Bears are scoring quite a bit on their own as well.
This is Talisma just clipping the net. Who are they going to go to here? Canham! Again.
I think that must be his 19th or 20th point of this match, and he has just been automatic. And I don't know why the Varsity Blues just aren't building everything and game planning everything around him. Make the other guys beat you, because Canham's going to do it all on his own at this point.
High toss and a low serve there, finding the net. Canham looking to attack on the serve and instead commits the error. So 10-8 here, a close third set. All three sets have been real close. Oh, that one's unable to be handled by Newells. Great serve.
The ace there by Cavender. That's massive. That float serve moves so much, and everyone, if you're a volleyball person, knows about the float serves in this Burge gym. They can be unpredictable at times.
Weeb on the serve. And that one's blocked there. It was Mitchell Newert, I think, getting involved.
Great block there by the Varsity Blues, and they've pulled themselves back into it. And just like in the first set, we saw that 10-6 lead, and once again, we had a 10-7 lead just evaporate right now for the Golden Bears. We're all tied up at 10s.
What an opening match here in Hamilton. Hayden Cavender, the serve is going to not get over. Another free point there for the Golden Bears. As will be Bryce Newells. As you mentioned, has stepped up in this one. Hasn't played a whole lot in the conference playoffs. Great set there, and was Dunning on the hit, recovered by the Golden Bears. Right into the block, and a great one there. That was number 18, Enes Bisirovic.
Golden Bears' energy is much more calm now. They're way calmer out there, and you can start to see their confidence seeping into their game.
Newell's with a 12-10 advantage here. And again, Heslinga.
The U of T Varsity Blues need to settle down that first touch. Their serve receive has been unpredictable at best here in this third set, as we saw Heslinga throw that one down on the overpass, and a 3-point gap. It's 3 points in a row here for Newell's at the baseline.
Great serve there. And that one's gonna draw the contact. Evan Falardo with the response.
Great swing by Falardo, and he needs to be that outlet. He needs to be what Jordan Canham was early on in this match for the Golden Bears. He needs to start taking over and be the leader for the Varsity Blues.
So it'll be Davis Young to serve for the Varsity Blues here. As they set up their attack, floated over by Canham. Right back to him as Falardo is able to be recovered by the Golden Bears right into that block, but again it's Falardo with the kill.
And just like I said, Evan Falardo starting to take over. Has a few great sets there by Davis Young, as their Varsity Blues are looking for a few spots on the court to be wiped up. And I mean, I think that's a bit of a veteran move by Falardo to have a bit more of a breather in between points, but the Varsity Blues doing such a good job to not go away.
Yep. 13-12 as we go back and forth here in the third. Davis Young, the setter, sending this one over. Canham misfired. We don't see that very often from Jordan Canham.
No, that was a tough set there. It was kind of low. It was kind of outside. You could see how he was falling back after he landed. The UD Varsity Blues all over it.
Davis Young on the serve again. And he set up, just floated over. Oh, what a dig out. That was Davis Young. Here they go again as Linga's ball recovered by the Blues. Oh, and it's sent home. John Dunning.
Great set in transition there by Davis Young. Great block on Heslinga's swing. Talisman tracks it down, and Davis Young, they know to go to the middle there as Alberta's trying to reset. And just like that, 4 straight points by the Varsity Blues, and they're back in lane.
What a match we're being treated to. As that one sent over from Davis Young. Fired home. Oh!
Heslinga. Once again, that 4-4 shot goes cross court. I mean, I know I've been saying I want to see him swing line, but when you could swing cross court like that, why not?
14 all here. Enis Basirovic, the Melbourne native, on to serve. Crucial points here. And it finds the net.
Tough serve there. They finally get the ball back immediately. Just goes back into the U of T hands as Falardo goes back to the baseline. Now that he's not in the front row, he needs to put his imprint on the match from the baseline. They need to see a big run here from Falardo.
Falardo. Alberta. Oh, Heslinga again. My goodness.
That short serve by Falardo, just not enough, right? He's got to put some heat in on that one. And Heslinga, he's starting to heat up a little bit. He's starting to get that momentum.
Varsity Blues. That one sent over by Newert. Regrouping are the Bears, and that one sent home. Billy Johnstone.
In transition there. Such a good job by Cam Kern to find Johnstone. And once again, we haven't seen that big swing from him yet, but I know it's coming.
Cameron Kern. The service here. Too low. And the point for the Varsity Blues, and we're knotted up at 16.
16 all, and this is a gut check moment in this match. Whoever can pull ahead first, I think, is going to be able to take this set. And if it's on the Alberta side, I would expect them to start trying to run away with it.
Martin Licht, who's playing with his sibling Benedict Licht on this team, his serve is out of bounds.
Now that serve is wide, and when you're a serving sub, you have one job. It's to get the ball in, so he did not do his job on that one.
So it's Isaac Zlinga, the 2022 Rookie of the Year, and he's had big impact here in this third set. Good opening serve. That one's touched along by Newer. Recovering are the Bears. Just floated over. There was Cavender with the block. And here's another try and sent home by Jordan Canham.
The three-man block was there, and just no penetration there by Mitch Neward. We see his hands are a little high. They're not going straight over, and a little bit of daylight for Canham, and he's able to find it for his 21st point.
Zlinga still on to serve, 18-16. Number one seed in front here in the third. Oh, that one was Cavender again for the Varsity Blues. Fired right into that block. Ball's up in the air. Recovering are the Blues. Fired home! Mitchell Neward!
Mitch Neward in that broken play going cross court. And I'm really impressed by the U of T Varsity Blues. They're just not going away. Fantastic job to just stay with it, because they know that as soon as the Golden Bears get off running, it's going to be hard to catch them.
Mitchell Newart with his team down 18-17 here in the third. Here come the Bears. Canham misfiring. Tried to pick that left corner.
It's a godsend there as he misses that one wide out the side.
18 all, third set. Newart to serve. Curry digs that one out. Right into the block, awkward play. They're gonna have to send that one over, and misfiring on that one was Jaden Telsma.
Telsma looking for hands. I'm not sure if they pulled or just they weren't there to swing, but a weird swing there by Talisman. You could tell by his reaction right away that he wasn't too happy on that.
Sam Drybro. Calgary, Alberta native. Sending that one over. Talisman this time gets the hands.
Much better swing there from Talisman. The last one was just a little bit too flat. This one, oh yeah, great job off the hands of Canham there. And now he goes back to serve with, once again, Means Falardo's in the front row now. He has 13 points so far in this match.
Talisman's been here since 2017. Such an important piece. Oh, what a hit! And it's Basirovic. We go back and forth.
That first tempo ball, so good there by the Golden Bears, but that's one of the first big swings we've seen out of the middle from Alberta.
Jordan Canham, a real good server out there, real high toss, good serve. Here come the Varsity Blues, firing, good dig out there by Zlinga, and the Bears are gonna come away with the point.
The worst call in volleyball. If I had my way, we'd take out net calls altogether. And you know what? That is just a killer. And we're seeing John Barrett talk to the down official. He says, I think that one was outside of the antenna. At the end of the day, I don't think I've ever seen a referee go back on their call. And there's no challenge system here in U Sports.
So 21-19. This is crunch time, Everett. What do you think both coaches are talking about in that huddle?
Right now, I mean, as we see Doc take the clipboard and go chat with the Golden Bears, he's known as being the tactical guy, and they're going to be drawing something up, something they've noticed on the U of T side. But for U of T, it's all about staying calm and battling point for point. That's exactly what they want to be doing right now, just making sure they stay level. Because if they start to get away from themselves, ahead of themselves, whatever it is, they're going to start to lose their heads, and that's not what you want to do against the defending champs and the #1 team in the country.
So it was the UFT Varsity Blues surprising everyone, capturing that opening set. The 8 seed drawing first blood against the 1 seed, and then in that second set, it was a close one, but the defending champs take the second, and here it's the Golden Bears with a 21-19 advantage. And they have their main man, Jordan Canham, who was just named the U Sports Player of the Year, on to serve. Heavy serve, and now it's going to be out of bounds.
That is a big sigh of relief for the Varsity Blues, and if you're a Toronto fan, not only do you pull within 1, but you also get the best server in this match off the baseline.
Hayden Cavender on to serve, and float it over.
You know what? That's exactly what you need to do against Mitch Stewart. If they had watched that gold or that bronze medal match against York, that's all Andrew Tagid was doing later on, is just tipping over the block. And you know what? I would like to see much better defense there from Mitch Stewart. That's just not good enough.
Mules to serve. Here come the Varsity Blues. And a good recovery there. Canham, and now along for Heslinga. Good job to recover by the Blues, right into that block. Talsma. Oh, and sent back! And it's Basirovic.
That's one where I would have liked to see Davis Young go to the middle. It was a high ball in transition. They had plenty of time, but so much time for the middle. Yeah, you see Heslinga take the middle. Basirovic is going to just automatically commit onto the outside, and that's exactly probably what they were drawing up in the timeout there were the Golden Bears.
Bryce Newells, his team's up 23-20. Serve clipped the net. Blues are able to recover. That's a great hit there by Mitchell Newert.
Yeah, that's exactly what John Barrett was talking to him a little while ago, trying to go for the hands. And I mean, that's his bread and butter. That's what he's known for, but the set was there for it. It was a little bit more inside, had that daylight on the cross-court shot.
Crucial points here. It's on the hands of Davis Young to serve. Here come the Golden Bears, and Canham getting the contact there, and it's set point for the Golden Bears.
Mr. Automatic, Jordan Canham. You know, his parents are in the crowd. They drove in from Ottawa, and he has been just unconscious in this match and that was his 22nd point. Unreal.
Braden Weeb, who's put together some good serves in this match, and can't there.
That one wasn't it. No, wasn't it. And I mean, a little bit of sigh of relief, and if you're the Varsity Blues, there is one player and one player only you want on the baseline right now, and that is him, Mr. Evan Falardo.
Falardo, 25 aces in the regular season. Serves handled by the Golden Bears. Canham! Wow. Hitting the hands again. And it's the Golden Bears taking the third set, 25-22, off the 23rd point from Mr. Jordan Canham.
You know what? That one might have been the most impressive one. The set was a little bit high. He hung. And as he's on his way down, goes that thumb down shot off the block and out of bounds. And it's safe to say that the Golden Bears are back in this one and rolling.
So it's the University of Alberta Golden Bears, just one set away from making the next round. University of Varsity Blues will have something to say about it. Fourth set coming up right after this on CBC Sports.
This season, catch the best in Atlantic University sport excitement at home or on the go with AUS TV. Soccer, rugby, football, volleyball, hockey, basketball, and more. Tune in at AUSTV.ca. All your favorite university teams showcasing their talents in one place. AUS TV, powered by Bell Alliance. They bring it to the court. They bring it to the field. They bring it to the ice. And now they bring it to you. Presented by Subway, the official fuel of Atlantic University sport.
Get the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
And we're back from the Burge Gymnasium in Hamilton, Ontario, between the number 1 Alberta Golden Bears against the U of T Varsity Blues. The number 8 team took that first set 25-22, and then since then it's been the defending champs winning back-to-back close sets 25-22, 25-22. So the exact same scoreline in all 3 of the opening sets, and we're just about set for the 4th here in Hamilton. Matthew Davison alongside Everett DeLorme, and what a night for Mr. Jordan Canham. Last night was named the U Sports Player of the Year. 19 kills on 32 total attacks, a .469 percentage out there.
Yeah, Canham has just been unconscious. He's carried this team through the first 2 sets. We've seen the rest of that Golden Bears team really wake up there, especially in the 3rd set. Isaac Haslinga has gotten much better, and we've seen that Golden Bears hitting efficiency just kind of get a little bit higher and a little bit higher as this match has gone on. And you're right, Jordan Canham has just been unreal. 20 kills, 3 service aces for the right side out of Ottawa in his last go around here with the Golden Bears before he goes off to play some professional volleyball. And I think right now the Golden Bears are really starting to feel themselves. They've had some great contributions from some of their bench guys, you know, with Bryce Newells coming in and Petrovic. So this is a team that, you know what, the defending champs and the Canada West champs for a reason. The Canada West is hands down the best conference in Canadian volleyball, both on the men's and the women's side. And right now you can tell that the confidence is back on the Golden Bears side, and it's going to take some gritty plays and a little bit of Falardo magic for the Varsity Blues if they want to force this one into the 5th set overtime.
Falardo 12 kills on 29 total attacks, along with 4 errors, and you're right, going to be Falardo and Mitch Newart seeing a lot of action here if the Varsity Blues are going to be climbing back in this 4th set. Here they come on their attack, right into that block. Drawing the contact is Evan Falardo.
Great swing into the high end of the hands, and just like I said, Falardo needs to be the best player in the gym right now if the Varsity Blues are going to come back.
Davis Young on to serve, has 2 service aces so far in this match. And here come the Golden Bears on the attack, and Canham! And nearly sent back, but Jordan Canham picking it up right where he left off with that kill to knot things up at once.
Yeah, Davis Young might have seen his life flash before his eyes on that one. There's no one in the OUA who has that type of pace.
Now we get to see it on the serve, and too strong.
Yeah, you know, we saw 3 aces from him in the first set. None since then. He's been a bit error prone from the baseline, but he's doing everything else. You gotta give him a little leeway some way.
His 4th error, but you're right, go along with 3 aces as well. There's a big time ace from Falardo.
Falardo doing everything he can right now for the Varsity Blues as he scored 2 of their 3 points so far in this 4th set.
So Falardo will take it back to the baseline and serve it again here for the Varsity Blues. His team up 3-1 here, clipping the net. That one is sent. Good ball there by the man who came off the bench, Bryce Newells, his 5th kill of this match.
Newells has brought in some stability and a little bit of energy to this Golden Bears roster, and I'm not going to give him all the credit, but he has been one of the changing factors for the Golden Bears coming back.
As a service ace as well. This one's handled there by Talisman. That one's hit down there by John Dunning, but it's going to go out of bounds. Team Alberta point.
Great job there by Davis Young to find his middle hitter, but Kavanagh just puts that one out. Tough too, because he's been so good so far this match.
Loaded over here. Here come the Blues. Great hit on Davis Young. That's coming into the Alberta bench and unable to track that down.
Quick thinking there by Brock Davidoff as he's throwing the chairs away, trying to give as much space for his players to get to it. Absolutely, just giving some room both for safety and to keep the ball alive. Great pass.
Oh, hammer time as Linga.
Isaac Heslinga. That 4-4 shot is just absolutely unconscious. And you know what? I don't know why the Varsity Blues keep jumping with Cam Kern. He hasn't jumped yet.
Basirovic and out of bounds. Every set has been nip and tuck as tight as it can be. These teams just separated by 10 total points. As that one's fired home. Jordan Canham, the cannon.
Cam Kern tracking that one down to the scorer's table. He had only one option to set. And still Canham, he just looks so calm, cool, and collected out there.
Cam Kern, the dynamic setter, on to serve. Came up big with Max Elgert graduating. He's really stepped up to fill that void. Talsma! Out of bounds. Mishitting on that one. 6-5 advantage for the Golden Bears.
Tough one there, and as I said before, Talsma doesn't get very many looks in those first ball situations, in those side out situations. But he's really, really good out of system, so maybe you need to find another option there, whether it's Falardo on the pipe or Neward on the C ball.
Cam Kern's ball, handled there by Tudor. Oh, and Canham is there at net. Rising up for another point.
Johnson and Canham were all over that one. A little bit of force here as the serve receive for Toronto starting to break down, as we see here on the replay. The set isn't quite there for Canham, but not necessarily the best spot to set him.
Cam Kern stays out there. And that one's going to go out. So Blues cut this, steps it to 1 here, 7-6. Jaden Talsma, the Grimsby, Ontario native, had 13 service aces in the regular season. And here come the Golden Bears. Canham.
Nice.
Drawn the contact, kept alive here by the Varsity Blues, and finding that one, Falardo.
That's such a great play there by the Varsity Blues. Just slow down Canham, and if you can't block him, might as well just slow him down, and Falardo has been so good here in this fourth set, keeping them alive.
So this is Talsma on the serve here. Here come the Bears, and that one was hit off the head of Johnstone there, and unable to track that down was Landon Curry.
Every time I think Alberta is going to pull away, Toronto answers. Just such a good job at staying present in the moment and staying with the Golden Bears.
Talsma, the service error. Varsity Blues had a chance to maybe build some kind of lead here, but service finds the net. The two teams continue to trade service errors here. Here come the Varsity Blues. Great block there by Canham. Oh, and there's Canham again.
A great cover there by the Varsity Blues, and Falardo gets it back, but unfortunately with Canham and Johnson right in your face, that's going to be a tough one every single time.
Isaac Heslinga, his team's up 9-8 this fourth set.
Another long serve there by Heslinga. He has not been good from the baseline. It says here on the sheet that he has 5 service errors, but honestly, I think it might be more.
So the two teams continue to trade points here, 9-all. Falardo. Cavender on the serve, and
Great chase.
nearly dug right back out by Tudor.
Once again, Johnson just plays at such a higher level. He's not the tallest middle, probably standing around 6'5", which is, even at this level is not that tall when we compare to some of them around the country, but he just floats and he hangs, and he has so much room to work with.
Billy Johnson. Here comes that attack, but misfiring on that occasion, John Dunning.
And it's tough. U of T's middles have been so good and so consistent through the first 3 sets, but so far, neither Alberta has been picking up on them or they've been committing errors.
Johnston, a second-team All-Star this past season. Here he is on the serve and fired back. John Dunning from the middle.
I'm surprised that wasn't called a lift. I almost thought we were at the New York 9-man mini with that throwdown.
Davis Young on that serve and gonna set up Canham with the kill.
I mean, I don't know what else to say, to be honest. That's his 28th point. He's been ridiculous. There's no more adjectives that I can to say to let you know how good Jordan Canham has been today.
And of course, he was great last year, tournament MVP in the championship win for the Golden Bears. Oh, and that was Mitchell Newer. He's gonna go out of bounds there.
Looking for the touch, none given. And now with Jordan Canham going back to serve, you know that the Golden Bears are looking to seal the deal here.
Could be a long stretch of points in a crucial juncture here. 13-10 for the Bears. Here they come, and that one is Falardo, the response.
You know what, we've been talking so much about Jordan Canham, but that man right there, he's in his last year. This could be potentially his last meaningful game, and he's putting everything he can. He's leaving it all out on the court.
Now on to serve here, a crucial point. Oh, that one was sent back. Here on the set is Curry, and now here come the Varsity Blues. Tausma. Varsity Blues looking to pick up a crucial point here. That one's right into the block. High ball. Those have to send this one over into that block, and finished off there by Bryce Newells.
Oh, that was just a great rally on either side. And Bryce Newells comes to the rescue once again. Off the hands of Newer into the antenna, out of bounds. 14-11 Golden Bears.
Newells to serve now. 3-point advantage for the number 1 seed, and that one's going to go out of play. So could the Varsity Blues climb right back into this one. In this third, it's the Golden Bears just unable to build something of too much substance before the Varsity Blues are able to climb back. Here it's a 2-point deficit for the Blues. That serve's gonna find the net. A poor serve there from Martin Licht, his second service error there. And
as I said earlier, he's got one job.
Yeah,
one job to do. Never want to see that as a coach.
so it's Basirovic for Alberta. And that one is going to go out of bounds there off the Cavender hit.
The middle struggles continue for U of T as they're going to call the timeout, and it's been tough to watch really for the Varsity Blues. They've had so much success down the middle, and that's obviously an adjustment that's made. I mean, we saw that Alberta wasn't really respecting the U of T middles throughout the first few sets, and now they're all over them. They've got hands in their face, and I'd like to see the U of T middles maybe challenge the block a little bit more. Go high off hands and out of bounds because they're trying to get away from it and they're just going out of bounds.
16-12. Here is John Barrett calls a timeout, and we have seen in previous sets after he calls the timeout, they've been able to respond and rattle off some points. And this could be the set or the match here, really, if Varsity Blues are able to stop the bleeding as the Golden Bears can pounce in a hurry.
Yeah, this right now is the most crucial juncture of this match for the Varsity Blues.
All right, here's Enis Basirovic on to serve, and service error, so exactly what you're looking for if you're John Barrett. Easy point, now you get to serve. It'll be Mitchell Newart.
Yeah, Newart needs to put some pressure on right here. They need some steals. Not it.
Here come the Bears, joust at net. Good dig out there by the Bears, and nearly finished off there by Heslinga, but the Varsity Blues recover. Here's Canham! Oh! Jordan Canham from the back.
Jordan Canham. Wow, that's all I can say. That was absolutely massive, the biggest swing of this match. You can tell him and his teammates are pumped up. The Golden Bears are here.
My goodness, what a point from the Golden Bears. Great defense from Heslinga, finished off by Jordan Canham, and it's 17-13. The Golden Bears in front here in this fourth set. Here comes Tausma! And that's a response.
Jaden Tausma, to be honest, I didn't even know he had it in him. That was huge, in system as well. Big swing there by Jaden Tausma. And not only is that a big swing, but a perfect juncture. He goes back to serve. You've got Falardo in the front court. U of T has to make a run right now.
Adrenaline running high for
There
Tausma.
we go, there we go.
Service ace.
That's what they want, and momentum is such a huge thing in volleyball, Matt. And that's exactly what the Varsity Blues want. Looking to Brock Davidoff, it's not looking like he's going to call that timeout, so Tausma continues to serve.
Tausma back-to-back points for the Varsity Blues, and two real big ones. High first ball, Canham's got to just float that one over. Here come the Blues, and fired home! Hayden Cavender from the middle.
And finally, the middle wakes up there for the Varsity Blues, and that forces Brock Davidoff to call that timeout, and we're feeling it. The momentum is back for Toronto, and they're right back into this match. Once again, so impressed by how they've been able to claw their way back in time and time again.
It's been super impressive out of that timeout. They inch closer, and just 1 point separates these two, and it's been such a close match. And all three of these sets, it was 25-22. The Blues took the first one, and then 25-22, 25-22. The next couple of sets, the Bears took them, and here it's 17-16 as we see Jaden Tausma rattle off two big points, first with the kill and then the service ace the very next point. As Falardo and Newart, two big pieces for the Varsity Blues, who will expect to continue to have plays drawn up for here as we approach the late stages of this fourth set.
Absolutely. The response here from the Varsity Blues is going to be massive. For the Golden Bears, they still hold the lead. It's all about calming things down and getting back to business. I'm very interested to see how the Varsity Blues answer right now.
Tausma on the serve again, and can't find it.
That's not it. You got to get that ball in, and I mean, it's something as coaches you practice. You go for a water break, and then you make them serve, and Jaden Tausma needed to put that ball in.
Heslinga on the serve, and a little bit of a knuckle serve there. Joust at net, and that one's won there by Newells. A man's strength jam there.
Yeah, that one kind of handcuffed Tausma on serve receive. He got it up nice and high. It was just a little tight, and Davis Young pushes first, but you're always going to win that joust when you push second, and that's exactly what Bryce Newell's did. And just like that, Alberta's got that 3-point lead back.
They sure do, and we continue to go back and forth. John Barrett, experienced head coach out there for the Varsity Blues in his 12th season behind the bench, and as we mentioned, they qualified for the 2019-2020 Final 8, which wasn't held because of COVID, and then qualified last year and this year as well. 3 straight Final 8 appearances since not qualifying since back in 2004. It's been impressive what he's been able to build with the Varsity Blues, and they're really taking it to the defending champs in the Alberta Golden Bears. But here it is the number 1 seed with that 19-16 lead, just 1 set away from reaching round number 2.
Yeah, so far we've seen U of T be so good coming out of timeout, so I'm interested to see how they answer here. Alberta only 6 points away, though.
Haslinga on the serve and finds the net.
And that has been consistent. Haslinga's serving has had a rough serving day, but Alberta in general coming out of those timeouts has been missing those serves, but Kavanagh has a crucial opportunity right now for the Varsity Blues. They need to steal some points.
19-17 here. Here come the Bears, and fired from the middle. That's Johnstone.
Billy just playing at another level there as we see him float. And that was one of the best swings we've seen from him all afternoon.
Billy Johnstone will serve it now. 20-17, Bears in front. The set. Oh, and there was Canham. He'll try it again, right into that block, and a good point there for the Varsity Blues.
That block is just so big, but managed to go off the hands and out of bounds. As Davis Young goes back to serve, that means 3 swingers up front for Toronto.
There's the serve, and it's going to be floated back for Canham. My goodness, what a big-time point for Mr. Canham, 21-18.
That was point number 30 for the player of the year in just 4 sets. Huge, huge.
And look who it is to serve. Jordan Canham, 4 points away from going to the U Sports semifinals. Heavy serve, and out of bounds.
You could tell that a lot of people in this gym thought that was an ace. I definitely did. Look to that lines person, and the flag goes up. U of T fans breathe a sigh of relief.
Villardo, man to serve. Big points here for the Varsity Blues. Villardo.
That is a dagger for the Varsity Blues. When you have your best player going back to serve like this at this juncture of the match, you want him to at least put some pressure on. And if you're going to miss, at least miss it long. Make that decision.
Newell's on the serve. Villardo for Tausma into the block. Kept alive by Villardo. Back for Tausma. Clip the net. Here come the Bears from the back. Canham! Oh, what a play there by Davis Young. Here come the Bears again into the block, and they nearly got it over, but that's going to be finished off by Haslinga.
That is such a killer for the Varsity Blues. They did so well. That dig there by Davis Young was so good. But Mitch Newert tries to keep it alive, and it's into the antenna.
And the defending champs are 2 points away. Bryce Newell's on the serve. Here come the Varsity Blues. Oh, a big point there, Mitchell Newert.
Point number 12 for the 5th year. And they're still alive, but they need a play here. They need a steal. They need a big block. They need something.
Mr. John Dunning, whose grandpa's in the U of T Hall of Fame. And here it is, a big point here. Float along, and there it is for match point. Haslinga sending it over.
Haslinga just climbs the ladder on that one. And just did such a good job to get up there and just tip it down. Unreal job. And that gives match point Alberta.
Graydon Weeb on to serve. Their spot in the semifinals for the Bears, and it's an ace! And the University of Alberta Golden Bears advance in 4 sets, taking down the UFT Varsity Blues, and they're on to the semis at the 2023 U Sports Men's Volleyball Championship.
Yeah, it started rocky for the Golden Bears. They lost the first. It looked like they were going to go down 0-2 in the second, but on the back of the Player of the Year, Mr. Jordan Canham, they make it through a massive game, and you know what? That's exactly what you want if you're head coach Brock Davidoff. A little bit of adversity, having to play from behind, and now they're ready to go to defend their title here at the U Sports National Championships.
Yeah, a bit of a shocker to see the Varsity Blues take that opening set, but 3 consecutive to book their ticket into the second round, where they'll play the winner of Sherbrooke against Windsor. A great effort, 4 really tight sets. A great performance from the U of T Varsity Blues. Not a lot of people gave them a chance in this one, but they certainly showed they earned their place in the final 8.
100%. You know what? I think the Varsity Blues gained so much respect from every one of these fans here at the Burge and every one of you watching at home. Everyone expected them to get stomped. Everyone expected them to go down 3-0, and they fought time and time again.
So it's the Golden Bears off to the second round on CBC Sports. And welcome back inside the Burge Gymnasium, where the best players from this match are being announced. The Mikasa players of the game, and just announced for the Golden Bears, it's no surprise, Mr. Jordan Canham getting player of the match. And for the UFT Varsity Blues, it's setter Davis Young. So the 2 number 4s pick up the Mikasa players of the game. And it's the University of Alberta Golden Bears advancing to the semifinals, but it was not without some adversity, dropping that opening set to the real strong side in the Varsity Blues. We'll have the next match coming up from the Burge Gymnasium in Hamilton, Ontario. It's Sherbrooke against Windsor coming up. CBC Sports.